What up, YouTube fan? Thanks for tuning in. Smash that like button and let's get it going. So, here we're going to be comparing two 1/6 scale Gambit figures coming out. The one on the left is the SoosooToys Cajun card dealer. On the right, the Sideshow 1/6 scale Gambit. Both of these figures bringing you that 90s Gambit look, but there are differences that are going to kind of push you in either one way or the other. Now, if you have the older Sideshow Wolverine with that gritty look, you might be thinking SoosooToys would go nice with that. But if you have the newer Tiger Stripe Wolverine or the Astonishing Wolverine or the Cyclops in the 90s X-Men, then the one on the right might be where you're kind of looking at. Now, if you're going to look at the two of them, you're going to see similarities like the windswept hair. You get a lot more dynamic with the SoosooToys. Sorry for the picture quality, it's just not that great, but you can still see the way they're shaped. You notice that this mask is cut a little bit lower under the eyes, showing a lot more of the cheeks than the SoosooToys. But to me, my wife said it looks kind of like a monkey, and I couldn't get it out of my head, and I just thought Planet of the Apes. I'm sorry, that's just what I saw. I can't unsee it. Now you gotta live with it. You'll see now you have the longer hairstyle. All right, and again, a lot more dynamic with the SoosooToys, but you have the similar hairstyle, but a little bit smoother, not as textured with the Sideshow. All right, again, very nice expressions on both figures. The way the eyes are, very nice. You got a nice 5 o'clock shadow on the Sideshow. All right, now again, you see that secondary look with the textures from the coats. You have somewhat of a faux leather on the left of the SoosooToys, where the fabric coat is what you're looking at with the Sideshow. Even when you get to the torsos, now, at least this SoosooToys went for a sculpted musculature look with the hexagon pattern, whereas Sideshow has this smooth look, but it's very squared off with a belly button. So that again is preference. It's maybe a little bit cleaner, a little bit sleeker for Sideshow, a little grittier with the SoosooToys. Even the way the collar is done. Now the collar sits a lot lower on the Sideshow, and it takes up a little bit more space with the SoosooToys, and they're even somewhat inverted. You'll see it's black with it kind of popping out in silver, and then for Sideshow it's silver with the indents being black, showing that they both come with similar features like a card throwing hand. You have that effect, and you can see the way they're done. So you're both gonna get that with each figure, and then they also each come with a secondary figure, kind of like a stylized thing with Gambit. He would always be doing that. You see a little bit more flair from the SoosooToys, but you get that nice, cool look in there with the Sideshow. Each figure comes with a staff. Sorry again for the fuzzy picture, but you can see it's a lot sleeker with Sideshow, where the SoosooToys is a little bit more segmented. And then you can see all the accessories you're going to get here. You're going to get a lot of hands with each one. All right, I think you get 4 pairs of hands, or 8, well, 4 pairs with one and 5 with the other, and then they each come with the charging kind, so they're kind of lit up. You also see with SoosooToys, you get the full deck of cards, and here you can get a better view of each one of those charged accessories. Now the Sideshow, again, 2 card throwing accessories, 1 throwing and 1 charging. You only get 4 cards instead of a full deck with this one. But again, you get all of those hands, and you have the regular and the charged hands. Again, just kind of going down the figure here, that look just looks, I don't know, somewhat with more of a realistic look. It would look good on your shelf. Now, the pants are one thing that is a big difference that I noticed with the Cajun card dealer here from SoosooToys. He has, again, somewhat of a faux leather, I guess, to the pants. It's not a spandex material, and I have to wonder if that's going to limit your articulation. And the boots, a couple of these shots let you see the boots. They're a little bit more squared off. I feel like they go a little bit higher, but they look nice. Just the way the figure is done, the way it looks, I just really like this. If I get the money to get either one, I'd probably go with this. If I get both, sure. But this one would definitely stand next to my brown and tan Wolverine. I think they would be a good duo side by side. They would really complement each other. Long hair, short hair, either look. This is a great figure. I think it would be really, really good, giving you that 90s kind of comic feel, but a little bit of that real world grittiness to it. And the accessories are just really done well. And I love the hair, like the way that hair is swept off to the right. Very good. And then here, the relaxed hair, again, just done very, very well. That expression, serious. I don't think you're getting a second head sculpt, but still, both hairs give you both styles. Sideshow, it's gonna fit in better with your newer Sideshow 1/6 scale figures. I've noticed Sideshow has a habit of coming out and they're redoing a lot of their older figures. This one I think would go nicely with those because the Cyclops was very simplistic, really bright blue, really bright yellow, but sleek, not too much going on. This would sit next to that and it wouldn't feel out of place at all. You put that short hairstyle on there, he's going to look great. I think it's just going to be a really cool figure. People that collect Sideshow are going to be happy to have this. Everyone who has those figures thinks they've been doing a really great job. I have a couple of those. I missed out on Cyclops, but I might want to grab it at some point. I might even want to get the Astonishing Wolverine, but I still want to get my hands on a 90 Cyclops. Okay, I mean, I just think the figure looks really good. Again, I think you get a lot of neck here. That could be something that would change, but you do see a lot of neck because of how low that collar sits. But the way they've done this, I love how both figures come with that charged hand. It's like you can see he's got that translucent hand, and it's just really putting that energy effect in there, which I think is really cool for when he would be throwing. I mentioned the pants on the other guy. I think that having these spandex pants here is possibly going to be a plus. It really comes down to how they craft the figure. But I think that having pants that won't hinder articulation will be very nice. You can see the way the coat is worked. It's just very nice, very clean. Another benefit of this is it may not have that kind of realistic look to it, but it may last longer because nobody wants to have a coat that's going to flake over time. So we'll see how that goes. I actually have the, I think it's a SoosooToys Spider-Man Noir, and I don't put the coat on him because I don't want to have that problem. But again, both of these figures finally coming out with a really great character. I think everybody loves. Like, who doesn't love Gambit? He was just so cool. Remy LeBeau all day. Both of these figures are going to be able to just kind of be on your shelf and give it that cool factor. And if like any girl over 30 walks in, she might look and say, oh, look, that's Gambit. Because it's probably like the only X-Men any of them knew. Because, he's just that guy. These third-party figures come out, and some of them do a really, really good job. They give you a lot of bang for your buck, and sometimes they come in at a lower price point, probably because they are unlicensed. But then Sideshow, again, get that loyalty. They do give you the rewards points, and they are putting out a lot of figures for people. Hopefully soon we'll get a female character like Rogue. That would be nice. But that's just my thoughts on these two figures. All right, so please comment down below. Let me know what you think, if you're excited for one or both of these figures. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. All right, peace.